The pure present is an ungraspable advance of the past devouring the future. In truth, all sensation is already memory. The truth. Dumbledore sighed. It is a beautiful and terrible thing, and should therefore be treated with great caution. Wisdom is being able to see the world for what it is, rather than what you want it to be. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Food is not merely a means of satiating our hunger, but a source of sustenance that fuels our existence. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand. My heart is too thoroughly dried to be broken in a hurry, and I mean to live as long as I can. To read is to empower is to write is to influence is to change is to live. In order to move on, you must understand why you felt what you did and why you no longer need to feel it. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Anyone who does anything creative is always going to want to change. I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. Regrets are about decisions that you know you should have done different. Common man's patience will bring him more happiness than common man's power. Intelligence is more important than strength. That is why Earth is ruled by men and not by animals. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. It is not the mountain we conquer but ourselves. Sometimes our light goes out, but is blown again into instant flame by an encounter with another human being. Living a princely life requires that you learn to think and reason like the prince, talk and behave like him, react like him as well. Brilliance is impossible without a touch of insanity. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. If you give up what you want most for what you think you should want more, you'll end up miserable. Dedicate yourself to what gives your life true meaning and purpose. Make a positive difference in someone's life. You cannot change anyone, but you can be the reason someone changes. The command of our language is crucial to focusing our thoughts and communicating them with precision to others. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. The simple step of a courageous individual is not to take part in the lie. One word of truth outweighs the world. Fairness does not mean everyone gets the same. Fairness means everyone gets what they need. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success. What's even more messed up than funerals is the way people treat you after the funeral, like you're diseased or something. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. If anyone on the verge of action should judge himself according to the outcome, he would never begin. Owning land is like owning the ocean or the air. No one owns land. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. The only reason for a test is to grow our faith in his ability to help us pass it. Success in life is not for those who run fast, but for those who keep running and always on the move. The big lesson in life, baby, is never be scared of anyone or anything. When you stop complaining about others for not helping you and focus on your efforts, there's no stopping you. I do not like to repeat successes, I like to go on to other things. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Knowledge and error flow from the same mental sources. Only success can tell one from the other. Be the leading light in your own life and break free from your socially constructed boxes to become better, bolder, and brighter. Impossible things are really rough to do, you know. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. A kind thought, word, or action creates infinite ripples of caring, consideration, and peace. Unexpected intrusions of beauty. This is what life is. Maybe you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Firework. The beauty of a living thing is not the atoms that go into it, but the way those atoms are put together. One swallows the lie that flatters, but sips the bitter truth drop by drop. Never underestimate yourself when you do what is right. Never overestimate yourself when you do what is wrong. Dreaming is the poetry of life, and we must be forgiven if we indulge in it a little. We do not have to be mental health professionals to identify the traits of the possible sociopaths among us. Time throws you out of its dimensionless planar like a boomerang. It unites with you again in death. To become a lifelong reader, one has to do a lot of varied and interesting reading. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Never let your past mistakes cause you to doubt your future. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Life gave me lemons, then I met you, and you had vodka. Now my life is a party. A dumb idea isn't dumb if it works, so you might as well just try it out. Curious that we spend more time congratulating people who have succeeded than encouraging people who have not. They don't actually want you to do your own thing, not unless it's their thing too. One has a greater sense of intellectual degradation after an interview with a doctor than from any human experience. Rewards await you if you stay steadfast in your faith. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. It's not important whether you lose or win. What is that you participate and play? One fine day your experience will make you win. You know you made it when your friends tell their friends that you're their friend. We are stuck with technology when what we really want is just stuff that works. A fool is a man who defies all odds and loses. A genius is a man who defies all odds and wins. Every team has its weakness, and every team has its strength. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to be free to choose a life that makes you happy. One of the most important things in life is family. If your origin is bad, it will affect your future negatively. The ways of fate are indeed hard to understand. If there is not some compensation hereafter, then the world is a cruel jest. Proclaim the truth and do not be silent through fear. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. True beauty is measured by the number of pearls within you, not those around your neck. If time is precious, no book that will not improve by repeated readings deserves to be read at all. It was hard to live normally when you were constantly pretending you didn't see what was going on in front of your face. People, in general, would rather die than forgive. It's that hard. Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. A flower does not use words to announce its arrival to the world. It just blooms. You become mature when you become the authority of your own life. Even the smallest changes in our daily routine can create incredible ripple effects that expand our vision of what is possible. All I am fighting for every day is to make up for the time I have lost. Use your time wisely. Happiness is part of who we are. Joy is the feeling. It's easy to believe in someone else, the hard part to believe in yourself. It is the privilege of the gods to want nothing, and of godlike men to want little. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Any problems that may occur have ultimately been caused by you. because you are responsible for where you are and what you are doing there. You have forgotten the one who doesn't care about ownership, who doesn't try to turn a profit from every human exchange. To force oneself to believe and to accept a thing without understanding is political and not spiritual or intellectual. In matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. Mankind is made of two kinds of people: wise people who know they're fools, and fools who think they are wise. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. The truth is, going against the internal stream of ignorance is way more rebellious than trying to start some sort of cultural revolution. Most of the propositions and questions to be found in philosophical works are not false but nonsensical. The moment you recognize what is beautiful in this world, you stop being a slave. They lived like monkeys still, while their new god powers lay around them in the weeds.